Hey party people, thanks for sticking around. So yeah, I'm Phil Winkelman. It's really great to be at Brand Innovators yet again. This is my second sort of stint here. The first time was in South by Southwest in the upstairs of a very crowded restaurant and bar with music blaring. So this is a little bit more subdued, a little bit more mindful and doer, if you will. So for those of you that don't know anything about Suzy, we're an end-to-end consumer insights platform that leverages high-quality quant, audiences, and qual to be able to connect all that through a single research cloud. So my colleague Carly was up here earlier with Donald. We'd love to have any conversations with you about anything Suzy at some point this evening. We're here to talk about how we can leverage AI to understand digital transformation and really trying to understand the next gen customer. So Suzy being a research platform, we've done some of our own research. So let's talk a little bit about your customers. As you know, their behavior is constantly shifting. The accessibility and speedy adoption of these new technologies like ChatGPT is just really fundamentally changing the way that we all interact with the world. Today's consumer is so much more informed, so much more connected, and so much more empowered than they ever have been before. And many brands are really trying to embrace this challenge. I'm sure you all are as well. Here's a few up here on the screen, but it can be really challenging to try to figure out what's going to work with consumers and what's going to miss the mark. So a few successes: Lemonade, which, if you're unfamiliar, is a digital-first insurance provider. So they've really been able to drive some efficiency in their claims processing by utilizing AI. It's a really strong and powerful sort of resource for them. But a brand that I know you're familiar with, Snapchat, potentially has overplayed their hand a little bit by utilizing AI to put your photo or your face into in-app advertising. So if you're not expecting that, it can maybe be a little bit creepy and feel a little invasive. So at Suzy, we've done a lot of research and have noticed a few of the trends that are really impacting this space. So essentially what this means is that there are new elevated expectations for how we are to connect with our customers. So first, and we've heard this a lot today as well, but consumers now really expect personalization. So whether that's product recommendations or marketing messages, whatever it is, they want interactions that feel uniquely tailored to their preferences. Anything less can feel really impersonal and out of touch. So some of the research that we conducted, over half of consumers told Suzy in a recent survey that it's important for brands to deliver on that promise of personalized experiences. And encouragingly, 4 in 10, or 44% of them, are willing and comfortable to have brands utilizing their data in order to make that happen. So a really great example of this from last year. Has anybody ever heard of Barbie? Have you guys heard of it? Okay, so obviously we've all heard of Barbie, but a really great example of using AI to connect with folks personally is last year during Barbie Mania. There was obviously a lot of hype for this movie, but it really went into another level when Warner Brothers created this AI-powered Barbie selfie generator. So basically allowed you to Barbie-fy yourself, if you will. So you could be your own version of Ken riding there with Margot Robbie, or putting yourself in a Barbie box and having a very limited edition, which is just you. So this was a really huge success. It got a ton of impressions and really helped add to that Barbie Mania from 2023. So the key takeaway here is that AI really allows you to deliver relevant and personalized experiences at scale, but it's really important to always align these experiences with consumer needs and preferences. So AI is only as powerful as we know as the data that powers it. So it's really important to make sure that you understand your consumers really intimately to make the biggest impact. Secondly, having this level of technology accessible at our fingertips, there's an increasing expectation for instant gratification, things to just be on demand all the time. So whether that's from same-day delivery, we heard somebody talk about same-day or same-moment manufacturing earlier today, that consumers really just don't have any patience for delays. We are very impatient people, as I'm sure you guys are experiencing right now. So they really want to see that you can provide quick and seamless solutions in an instant. So brands that can really quickly recognize and activate on what happens, brands that can really quickly recognize and activate what captures the consumer zeitgeist are much more able to take advantage of the opportunity for instant gratification. So here, for example, you can see how brands have capitalized on the hottest micro trend of the year. This is very demure, very mindful. Created by Jules LeBron. So with over 36 views on her original TikTok, no one really could have predicted the size and scale of this trend, but a handful of brands, because they understood their customers and had those deep relationships, were able to see that this was something that was really going to resonate with them. So brands like Lyft and Verizon were able to capitalize on this to produce some marketing, messaging, and some activations that really made a difference. So increasingly, consumers are even really trying to turn to AI to generate more on-demand products and services, including workout plans, video games, interior design ideas, even AI girlfriends. So, which AI girlfriends has had over a 9,000% increase in searches over the course of the last 5 years. So for those of you out there who have been searching for an AI girlfriend and just assumed that your search history was private, maybe think again. Anybody want to raise their hands there? No? I'm the only one. Okay. Cool. Here's maybe a more tangible example for you. Using AI and tapping into consumer feedback for co-creation. Coca-Cola created the Y3000 experience by collecting both human and artificial intelligence to understand how people envision the future through emotions, aspirations, colors, flavors, things like that. All of these fan perspectives from around the world, combined with insights gathered from AI, helped really to inspire Coca-Cola to create a unique taste of Y3000, which, according to those that tried it, tastes a little fruity. So, did anybody try this? Anybody see this? Crickets. Cool. I didn't either, but I imagine that the taste of the future is a little fruity. So, to kind of sum this up, AI can help us really analyze these vast amounts of data, like browsing patterns, purchase history, various intersection points, to detect where some of these subtle shifts are, and how consumers decide to engage with brands and products faster than a lot of our traditional methods that we're used to. So what this means for you is that it really enables you to have much more agile decision-making to be able to capture the attention of your target audiences. Cool. Finally, obviously, AI needs a human touch. There are a ton of concerns when it comes to AI, and consumers are still really seeking a human touch in their interactions with brands. So they know that AI can really help enhance efficiency, and the human element remains really vital when we're creating these meaningful connections that honestly just can't be found between harvesting various data points. So our data shows this as well. Suzy research found that only 11% of consumers desire brand interactions that are entirely AI generated, and 37% prefer interactions to be a blend of AI and human generated content. And potentially, in a word of caution here, Levi's experienced a little bit of backlash when they announced that they would use AI models to show how their clothing would look on a diverse array of body types and sizes and skin tones and ages, things like that. And this was really, I think it had good intentions, right? Like this was really there to help supplement and complement the online shopping experience, but instead it really brought up more questions than answers, with a lot of vague claims by Levi's that this effort was more sustainable. And so it really made people wonder what was going to happen to those human models that they currently use. So I think that this is, while this makes a lot of sense, and I think that I would be somebody that would potentially really like to see what my body type would look like on, that mini skirt or bralette or whatever. That was a joke, guys. I don't wear bralettes. You have to kind of know how your consumers and how your customers are going to interact with your brand. How do they like interacting with your brand? Is that human element still really important, even though the AI models could give them a little bit more breadth? They still really appreciate that human touch. So, as an opportunity area, AI should always complement, not replace human creativity and talent. The human touch is super crucial, as we know, when it comes to understanding emotional nuances, building empathy, and then most importantly, like really ensuring that whatever AI outputs you create are connected back to your brand and the values and ethos that you've worked so hard to create. So to review, there's 3 sort of pillars that Suzy has seen: personalization, immediacy and responsiveness, and the human touch. And these are really the new baseline on how consumers engage with brands. Meeting these expectations is honestly not really optional anymore. It's really essential for staying relevant and building lasting relationships with your customers. So, quick and dirty today. But yeah, feel free to get in touch. I'd love to talk to any of you, and you can feel free to email me any ideas for bralette colors. See ya.